I said we ain't gonna cry. We ain't gonna cry no more. One of these old days, yeah.
Okay, all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone. And also, I'd like to say shalom to the Akim, Sincerely, and the faithful Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. That's of the hopeful elect. So welcome, my name is Lamadia. And the title of this video will be entitled, Stick to the Script. Now, when I say stick to the script, I'm referencing toward the scriptures of the Bible. Because the scriptures of the Bible is a standard that the Most High set up for us to follow and have a way of conduct and how we live and move and represents the Lord. That's why oftentimes, you know, you have certain guys that be going off or breaking the scripture down wrong or added on to the scriptures or these different philosophies because they not going into what the scriptures say. Or a lot of times when we out on the highways and byways and an individual come up and we hitting those scriptures, that individual may try to put a stop on us going into the scriptures by asking us, well, what do we think? And that's all Satan, all that is Satan vehicle to get you to stop pulling out the scriptures. So it's very essential to keep always bringing out the scriptures, because we're not teaching our own knowledge. We're teaching the knowledge of the Most High, and the knowledge doesn't belong to us. We're just speaking it. Okay. So I have here 2 Timothy 3. I'm gonna start at 1, and it says, "This know also that in the latter days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, and proud, blasphemers, and disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy." So, and we're in them times now. Thus we have guys teaching their own doctrine. Thus we have certain men, they learn from the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and now they think they on a higher level than they teachers. And so scripture said these things was going to happen. A lot of these guys get their own doctrine. A lot of these guys teaching pretty much you can wake up anybody. Whereas we teach that the only way you're going to wake up is if you of the chosen elect. And that's it. If you're not of the chosen elect, you're not going to receive this understanding because it's all spiritual. It says, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despiser of those that are good. And the word good really means godly. Because when we teach according to the scriptures, that's the godly thing to do. And these guys will buck up against us because we're breaking down the scriptures according to how the Lord has set the standard to break it down. And a lot of times these guys get offended. So they despise those that are good. Like part of the instructions of the Lord is to go out there and teach. And it says in season, out of season. And they will despise us and call us snow dummies or make fun of us because that's what they do. They despise the things that are good or godly. So let's go from there to I believe it's 1 John 2 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, 1 John 2 and 3. And it says, hereby we know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. The him is referencing towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's how we know we of the Lord, because we keeping the commandments and the instructions of the Lord and not doing our own thing. Just like any movie set or a TV show being filmed, there's always a script, and you gotta pretty much act out what is written. You have the directors, and you have the producers, and that's the Most High, and we're following the script of the Most High. So it says, and hereby it says, hereby do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So somebody that's doing their own thing, they're not following the script, these guys is a liar, and they're not of the Most High. And anybody that's teaching anything contrary to the scriptures, you got to avoid that person. So this is just edificational video. And until next time, and again, all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom.